£14,000 free towards buying a property in the UK. Yes, from the government, legit money. And I'm going to share with you guys towards the end of this video how you can also get £14,000 or even more towards buying your first property in the UK. And also in today's video, I'll be sharing with you how you can save towards buying your property in the UK. So don't go anywhere, guys. First point, if you want to buy a property in the UK, you should ensure that you build your credit score. Yes, it is important that you have at least fair credit score to be able to buy a property in the UK. And how do you build your credit score? I have a full video of that, but I'm going to still give you small points here. But if you want to watch the full detailed video, check my description box, you'll find it there, or just search on my channel, you're going to see the video there. First is you must ensure that you always pay back your credit. Like if you take things on credit card, ensure you always pay them back. Ensure you have no missed payments on your file. You're not missing any payments at all your bills, your electricity bills, council tax, everything, you're paying it up to date. Ensure that you have at least a credit card. Okay, if you don't have one, there's also an Amex card link in the description box. You can apply to get an Amex card. Ensure you have at least one credit card that you're using to build your credit score, and keep your utilization to 30%. So let's say, for example, you have applied for a credit card and they gave you £1,000. Ensure that you don't use more than £300, and at the end of each month, ensure you pay it back. That is how you can build your credit score. And lastly, ensure you're registered on the electoral roll as well. It's important that you're registered on the electoral roll to build your credit score. And while building your credit scores, there are some things that you need to avoid. Ensure you avoid missed payment. Don't miss any payment at all, and don't apply for multiple credit cards at the same time, because then they keep doing add credit check on you, and that would impact your credit score. And ensure that you're sort of like stable. You have a stable address. Not that you're changing address on the electoral roll today, you're changing address on the electoral roll tomorrow. All these things can bring down your credit score and your credit utilization as well. So all the things that I've said that can help you build your credit score, if you do the opposite, you will ruin your credit score. So the first point is to build your credit score. Number 2, ensure that you familiarize yourself with the house buying process. And how do you do that? You watch videos on YouTube just like this one. You can speak to a mortgage advisor. If you want to speak to one, check my description box as well. I'm going to leave the contact of my mortgage advisor, the person that helped me with my house buying process. You can also speak to them, like to tell you what the house buying process entails, what you need to get ready. But I would advise that you speak to a mortgage advisor when you have your deposit ready, to be honest. But even if you don't have your deposit ready, but you are like moving towards the house buying stage, familiarize yourself with the process. Watch lots of YouTube videos like this one, people that have bought house, things that they did, things that you should avoid. And once you familiarize yourself with the house buying process, it becomes easier and simpler for you. The next point is for you to determine what your affordability is and determine the price of what you want to buy. Hey, so there's something in the UK called affordability or borrowing power, right? If you want to take a mortgage, the bank will not you can't just go to the bank and say, oh, I need £1 million, I want to buy a property in the UK. No, they are going to assess your financial situation, how much you're earning. If you're buying with someone, it's even better, because then they combine both earnings together to check what your affordability is. So you can't just go about looking at property of, let's say, £500,000, when in reality your borrowing power is just limited to £250,000. That's why you need to also speak to a mortgage advisor. And like I said, I'll link one in the description for you guys. Can book a free, first contact with, and just have a call and chat about the whole house buying process. But yes, ensure you know your affordability and know the price value of the house you want to go for. The next one is get your deposit ready, right? You need to now start saving towards getting your deposit. Of course, there are several opportunities to buy in the UK without deposit, but most times these opportunities are usually not available to migrants. That is people like myself that migrated into this country and that were not citizens. So if you're a citizen and you want to buy, get at least 5% deposit ready. But if you ask me, I'll tell you that you should get 10% deposit, because that's the best. It's better. You even get better rates if you get 10% rather than 5%. So start saving towards your deposit, at least 5% if you want to buy a property in the UK. The next point is to open a lifetime ISA, because with LISA you can get money towards towards buying your property in the UK. Yes, there's something called LISA, which is Lifetime Investment Saving Account. So a lifetime investment saving account, I have a full video on it. I'm going to link it to this video. But in summary, it's an account that you can open in the UK for 2 things. You can either open it to save towards retirement, or you open it to save towards buying your first property in the UK. Now, if you open a lifetime saving account, the government will give you £1,000 for every tax year. So every tax year is April to April, or April to, let's say, March. If you open a LISA, well, in what month now? We're in May. Oh my God. So one tax year has already ended. In the month of May now, another tax year has started. So if you open a LISA account now and you save up to £4,000 in it from now till next year March, the government will give you a whooping £1,000 free of charge. So they do this every year. Now let me tell you how my husband and I were able to get £4,000 from saving on LISA. Yes, we got £4,000 from LISA. So what we did was that we started saving, let's say around November. We first put in £1,000 from November to I think December. Then we got 1,000 before. So that tax year ended April. So let's say we started saving December last year to April this year. That was one tax year, and then we now put in another 4,000 in May, and we got another extra 1,000. So 2,000 for himself, 2,000 for myself, and that's 4,000. So if you're buying property with someone, it's best for both of you to open an individual, separate LISA accounts, and then you can save towards buying your property and you can get money. So it depends on how long you keep the money there for. If you want to keep putting 4K, every tax year there, you keep getting more and more pounds. But you need to, there are caveats when it comes to opening LISA. That's why I suggest that you watch my full detailed video on LISA, because you can't take out the money. And if you want to take out the money, they are going to penalize you. Also, don't save more than your deposit in that LISA, because the money that you put into your LISA never comes back into you. It goes straight to your solicitor and they use it towards buying your house. So let's say your house deposit is £50,000 and you have saved £100,000 in your LISA. By the time you pay that £50,000, you can't have access to the remaining £50,000 that is there. No, it's either you're taking it for your retirement, or when you have access to it, the government are going to remove their interest, and also you will pay a penalty fee of I think like 25%. So ensure that you're not just saving over and above. You're just putting in the small deposit, the 10% deposit that you want inside your LISA. And another thing, you have to be less than 40 to be able to open a LISA. So if you're over 40, you might not be able to open it, and you must be 18 years and above, and you must be buying your first property, not your second, not your third. Another important point you need to know about LISA is that your LISA account must be open for at least 12 months before you can use it to buy your property in the UK. So if you're in a hurry to buy your house, then don't save into LISA. But if you want to wait for at least 12 months, you can do that in between two tax years so that you get £2,000 bonus, or you just put in one tax year money there, and that is it. But if you have any question about LISA, put it in the comment section. I'm more than happy to help you. So if you're not using LISA to save towards your house, then you can use it to save towards your retirement, like pension. So that's another situation. Another point is save your remaining deposits into an high interest saving account. So what does that mean? For example, I used Monzo, right? I was saving my money. I opened like a savings account in Monzo, not Monzo Pot. You guys shouldn't get it confused. There's regular Monzo Pot that you open to just put in money and they don't give you interest, but there's a saving opportunity in Monzo app, and then you get money. So sometimes in a month you can get like £30, depending on how much you save there. £50, at least it's something, £10, depending on how much you save. So saving a high interest saving account, I'm sure other banks will have that as well. Bonus point, guys, keep your accounts clean. Yes, if you know that you're ready to buy a property, stop doing transaction in and out of the account. Like, just keep your salary there, buy things, don't help anybody to change money on, or pay school fees, or change money on all these money changing app. Like, don't complicate your account, because trust me, all these mortgage advisors, the lawyers, they're gonna check you. Like, they are gonna turn you upside down, like your bank details, literally they will open you. That's what I mean. Like, they will search for every source that you want to use to buy that property. They will do anti-money laundering, search against you. So the best thing is keep your accounts clean, because then they'll start flagging this, and you have to start shalaying, explaining to avoid all of that. If you're buying a property, keep your account clean. So I told you guys already how I got 4,000. Let me now tell you how I got £10,000 free towards buying our property in the UK. So because we're buying a new property, we sort of have some bargaining power, right? Our developer gave us the option to either pay 5% deposit, and then they are going to give us like an investment scheme, a deposit scheme or something, and they had like 5% of the value of the property on it or something like that. I can't even remember the process. Or we get £10 off the actual value of the house. Like, they reduced the money by £10,000. So when I did the calculation, I saw that getting that £10,000 was way better, and paying 10,000 is better than paying 5%, and then the interest is somehow still a lot for us to pay. So I eventually went with the idea of the £10,000 off we're able to negotiate £10,000 of the actual value of the property, and then yes, that's how we got free £10,000. So if you're buying a new build property or any property at all, ensure that you negotiate, ensure that you ask for things, like ask for a lot of things. The worst is no, right? And if it's yes, good luck to you. So ask them, oh, can he get £5,000 or can he get £10,000 or if they say no, can they then add this to the house? Can they do your kitchen for you? Can they do, like for example, where I'm currently standing is my closet, and I wanted like an arc, you know, created so that I can walk in from my master bedroom to my closet. If I did not ask at that beginning, I will be the one now paying for that to get done, if you understand what I mean. So always ask for free stuff from your developer. I hope you find value in this video. I can't wait until my next video. Don't forget to like this video, share. If you bought to this end and you haven't subscribed, why? Please subscribe and keep following Yettysplash on all our social media platforms. Yeah, follow me on all my social media platforms, guys. And thank you so much. Yes, again, I'm going to link my mortgage advisor in the comment section. You can reach out for a free first call to, you know, sort of get an understanding of what the whole mortgage process is in the UK. And I'm also going to link the video of how to build your credit score, as well as you can also use the Amex link in my bio to get an Amex credit card to build your credit score. Okay, until next time, bye guys.